Wait. Connie slept with Blueface behind Christian's back, then had the audacity to meet her at church like nothing happened. From gym selfies to betrayal, this just went from girl power to girl war in 24 hours. And now, Christian's exposing everything. Screenshots, secrets, and savage clapbacks. This is the celebrity fallout we did not see coming. Oh no, not this chaos again. Just when fans thought Christian and Connie were bonding over squats and smoothies, everything blew up, and not in the good way. A few days ago, the two were all smiles in the gym, grinding toward their summer bodies. Now, Christian is publicly dragging Connie after discovering she might have had more than a few friendly conversations with Blueface behind her back. What started as a few whispers on social media has spiraled into a full-blown scandal that's got fans clutching their phones, waiting for the next twist. The drama centers on Chrisean Rock, her frenemy-turned-rival Connie, and their shared connection to none other than Blueface, a man who seems to leave chaos wherever he goes. But the real mess, it's not just the triangle between Chrisean, Connie, and Blueface. This one quickly turned into a whole geometry lesson in betrayal. It all kicked off when rumors started circulating that Connie was getting a little too close to Blue. Not just friendly close, but allegedly whispering in ears, stirring the pot. And here's the bombshell encouraging Chrisean to leave him. That part, especially, sent fans into a frenzy. Because for Chrisean, someone who's ridden the emotional roller coaster with Blueface for years, that kind of manipulation felt deeply personal. The internet didn't know what hit it. Screenshots, TikToks, anonymous sources, it all piled up in less than 48 hours. And while celebrity love triangles are nothing new, especially in tight-knit Hollywood circles, this one felt different, more personal, more layered, and definitely more toxic. As one fan put it, "This ain't a triangle. This is a love polygon with sharp edges." But according to Chrisean, this wasn't just a one-time betrayal. She went public, saying this sort of backstabbing has happened before, and Connie's not the only one with dirty hands. In fact, she claimed that Coi Leray played her the same way. While fans once speculated the rift between Chrisean and Coi was due to competition in the music scene, Chrisean's story points to something much more personal, a pattern of friends turn foes. The moment Blueface enters the picture, it didn't stop there. Chrisean then opened up about another friendship that fell apart in the most unexpected way. According to her, Kehlani, the soulful songstress known for healing music and deep introspection, was also caught in the crossfire. But the real shocker wasn't just the betrayal. It was where it happened. At church, Chrisean revealed that Kehlani smiled and embraced her at a place of worship, all while allegedly knowing she had been involved with Blueface too. The irony was too rich for the internet to ignore. Memes exploded. Twitter turned into a digital battlefield. "How you gonna be fake in God's house?" one user asked. Another wrote, "Kehlani walked into church like Judas with a vocal range." The emotional weight of that encounter wasn't lost on Chrisean, who said the moment shook her to the core. Here she was, trying to heal and lean into spirituality, only to find herself surrounded by people who seemed to be wearing masks of peace while stirring chaos behind the scenes. Then came the unfollow, the modern-day kiss of death in any friendship. Just one day after a gym post where Chrisean and Connie were all smiles, sweating it out and serving bestie energy, eagle-eyed fans noticed something odd. Connie had quietly unfollowed Chrisean on Instagram. No announcement, number, cryptic quote, just a silent click that sent digital shockwaves. Speculation flew faster than a tweet. People scrambled to connect dots, wondering if it had anything to do with a viral clip that had surfaced the same night. In the video, Chrisean and a group of her friends are seen in a heated argument with a man outside her apartment. The clip didn't show much context, just loud voices, chaotic energy, and the tension of something boiling beneath the surface. To some, it seemed random, but nothing in Chrisean's world happens without a deeper layer. That's when TikToker Nosy Bystanders jumped into the chat. Known for her deep dives and accurate reads, Nosy Bystanders posted a video breaking it all down. She didn't just speculate, she connected timelines, matched outfits, reviewed location tags, and even analyzed body language. According to her, the altercation might have been linked to the growing rift between Chrisean and Connie. With speculation that the man in the video was tied to Blueface's circle, that's when the pieces started clicking into place. Nosy Bystanders explained that the gym post where Chrisean and Connie looked like bonded sisters may have been a performative front. She suggested that tension was already brewing beneath the surface, and the unfollow was just the final straw. Fans began to rewatch clips, reread captions, and hunt for subtle signs of shade. Side-eyes, passive-aggressive comments, and accidental reposts that hinted at brewing jealousy and mistrust. Others chimed in, suggesting that Connie's moves were strategic. She saw Blueface as a power move, and Chrisean as a stepping stone. One user commented, "You can't trust nobody in this industry." Some even theorized that Connie was intentionally driving a wedge between Chrisean and other female artists, isolating her under the guise of sisterhood while silently positioning herself in Blueface's orbit. It wasn't just about love, it was about proximity to power, clout, and the toxic web of fame that so many fall into. Meanwhile, Chrisean's fanbase rallied around her. Hashtags like #ProtectChrisEan and #FakeFriends started trending, with many expressing heartbreak at how often she's been burned by people she trusted. "This girl got more snakes around her than Medusa," one fan tweeted. But some took a more critical tone. "Why does this keep happening?" they asked. "Is Chrisean too trusting, or is she choosing the wrong people?" As the dust settles for now, one thing is clear: this isn't just about a man. It's about friendship, loyalty, and the brutal reality of navigating fame when everyone around you might have an agenda. For Chrisean, the heartbreak runs deeper than romantic betrayal. It's the realization that even those you pray with might be the ones playing you the hardest. And as the internet waits for the next piece of this chaotic puzzle to fall into place, the question remains: who can you really trust in a world where likes, followers, and flirtations are all part of the game? In the whirlwind world of celebrity friendships, where connections can go viral before they go deep, it's not unusual for bonds to burn out just as fast as they were formed. But few rifts have raised eyebrows quite like the one between singer Kehlani and reality star Chrisean Rock, a friendship that seemed to blossom out of nowhere and wilt just as quickly, leaving a trail of cryptic posts, conflicting stories, and thousands of fans caught in the middle. The drama ignited after Chrisean took to social media to voice her disappointment about what she called a fake friendship with Kehlani. In her version of events, what seemed like genuine support turned out to be a calculated move by someone who, as she put it, was playing both sides. The accusations took the internet by storm, especially when Chrisean mentioned that their so-called bond began at church, a place most would consider sacred and safe from the petty politics of celebrity life. What really fueled the speculation, though, was a comment Chrisean made about how quickly things fell apart. She suggested it took Kehlani only one day around her to decide she wanted out not just of the friendship, but of any association with Chrisean's world entirely. That offhand remark sparked an avalanche of commentary online. Fans began to debate whether Kehlani had ghosted Chrisean, or if there was something deeper behind the sudden separation. Eventually, Kehlani broke her silence, but she didn't do it with a dramatic Notes app apology or a fiery Instagram live. Instead, she slipped into the comments section of a viral post and offered a measured, almost surgical response. She explained that she hadn't kept up with any of the internet gossip and that her decision to pull away was purely personal. No mess, no shade, just space. Kehlani made it clear that she wasn't holding on to bitterness and, in fact, praised Chrisean's growth. She even took a moment to wish her and her baby well, writing that everyone deserves to be surrounded by people who uplift and support them. Her words seemed peaceful, gentle, but for Chrisean, they rang hollow.
Let's get to Kehlani. Kehlani, she's a sweetheart. We went to the same church. We saw each other in the parking lot. We was excited to see each other. It was very sweet. It was a great interaction. We exchanged each other numbers. We start talking about what she do, what I be doing. She like, "Oh, y'all been working out, been getting in the gym." Like, shoot, I'll come join you. Like, get me right. Like, I'm an athlete at heart. I play pro league. So we just was heading off on that conversation. Everything went great. Okay, we working out. Before I start recording everything, I asked her, because I make over 7 figures on my Snapchat. So she got a studio session afterwards. I said, "Do you care if I join you? I would love to see how you work." She like, "All right, but no cameras, this is my home." I said, "All right, bet." We went to our house. Cool. Very respectful. We even prayed in there and all that. Okay, I think this is where it took a turn. We start talking. She started telling me reasons why I should get this removed. She's the one that got the laser removal place where I'm gonna go, because that's where she go. She was giving me advice, and then she came out of nowhere, and I'm asking her, like, not like that, but like, where is this all coming from? Like how do you, like she kept saying he's a manipulator, he's this, he's that, he's that. Girl, come to find out, she's telling me with her own mouth that Blueface cracked that she'll be not, like, she just starts like telling herself, she like, I'm nothing to worry about because I don't really want him, but let me tell you this. In my head, I'm like, damn, what he didn't hit? You feel me? This is why I fell out with, not like that, but...
Soon after, Chrisean fired back via an emotional Instagram story, delivering her version of the truth with the kind of raw, unfiltered honesty fans have come to expect from her. And according to Chrisean, Kehlani's story wasn't just was misleading? Far from being a passive bystander who quietly bowed out, Chrisean claimed Kehlani was the one who initiated their friendship. She said it started right after church, when Kehlani suggested they hit the gym together. From there, Chrisean recounted how the two started hanging out more frequently, with Kehlani asking questions, offering advice, and seemingly becoming a confidant. But that dynamic quickly took a turn. According to Chrisean, it wasn't long before Kehlani started making shady remarks, especially about her on-again, off-again relationship with Blueface. The singer allegedly told Chrisean that Blueface was manipulative and that she needed to cut him off. It was advice that, while potentially well-intentioned, rubbed Chrisean the wrong way. In her eyes, Kehlani had overstepped. Why? She wondered, was someone she barely knew diving so deep into her personal life? To Chrisean, it felt like more than concern, it felt like judgment. And coming from someone she thought was spiritually grounded, someone she'd shared prayer and worship with, it stung even more. How are you smiling with me in church, then turning around and telling me who I should and shouldn't be with? She questioned in her video. The betrayal wasn't just about Kehlani's words, it was about the perceived mask she wore. The fallout only intensified when fans noticed that Kehlani had quietly unfollowed Chrisean on Instagram shortly after all this went public. That action, small as it may seem, is the celebrity world's version of filing for social divorce. It's silent, it's strategic, and it almost always signals that the relationship has turned cold. But it was the timing of it that raised eyebrows. Just days before, the two had been seen smiling and sweating it out together in a workout video. The shift from fitness besties to social media strangers was abrupt and suspicious. At this point, fans were divided. Some sided with Kehlani, praising her for quietly removing herself from the drama and protecting her peace. She did what grown women do, one fan tweeted. She stepped away without making a mess. Others, however, sympathized with Chris, pointing out how often she seems to attract people who enter her life with positive vibes but exit with backhanded comments and veiled intentions. Kehlani knew what she was doing, one fan wrote. She wanted to seem like a mentor, but really she was judging her the whole time. The conversation also opened up broader themes. How do we define real friendship in an industry built on image and branding? Can two public figures ever be authentic with each other when every interaction is filtered through followers, fame, and fan expectations? For Chrisean, the deeper wound seems to be about being misunderstood. She's no stranger to public scrutiny. Relationship with Blueface has played out in excruciating detail across reality shows and social media, but this situation was different. This wasn't trolls or tabloids. This was someone she thought was grounded, someone she thought saw past the noise, someone she thought she could trust. And yet, the relationship unraveled in record time. Kehlani, for her part, has kept things low-key since her comment. She hasn't addressed Chrisean's Instagram live directly, nor has she engaged with the wave of fan theories and TikTok analyses. Whether she sees it as a misunderstanding or just a bump in the road, she's clearly chosen to move on quietly. But the conversation lingers. In the court of public opinion, the Kehlani-Chrisean fallout has become more than just a spat between celebrities. It's a mirror, reflecting how complicated and fragile modern friendships can be, especially when they unfold under the relentless gaze of millions. For Chrisean, the lesson is a hard one. Not everyone who smiles in your pew is praying for your peace. And for Kehlani, only time will tell if her silence is a sign of maturity or a mask of something more calculated. Either way, the message is clear. In the world of celebrity sisterhoods, trust is rare, and loyalty is even rarer. That's when it started to make sense, or at least look suspicious. Chrisean was beginning to suspect there was more history between Kehlani and Blueface than anyone was admitting. So here we are. What began as two women bonding over fitness and faith has spiraled into a whirlwind of trust issues, social media, drama, and exposed secrets. One thing is for sure, this isn't just about gym memberships. It's about loyalty, blurred lines, and how fast things unravel when intentions aren't clear. That's when Kehlani finally came clean. She and Blueface did have history. Not only had they been involved, but she admitted they'd hooked up more than once. What started as a harmless joke took a sharp turn into drama when Chrisean Rock threw a playful jab at Kehlani, saying she should have confessed her past with Blueface at church of all places. While the comment may have been made with humor, Kehlani didn't find it funny. She quickly clapped back on Instagram, firmly denying any romantic history with Blueface and explaining that her decision to unfollow Chrisean was about protecting her peace, not throwing shade. According to Kehlani, being around Chrisean had become uncomfortable and even unsafe. She claimed she had no desire to be part of public scenes or caught on camera without consent. And while she wished Chrisean and her baby well, she made it clear she wanted no part in ongoing messes. In a follow-up post, Kehlani revealed that people had warned her about getting close to Chrisean from the start, cautioning her that drama often followed. Still, she said she wanted to form her own opinion and give Chrisean a chance, something she now regrets. Fans immediately took sides. Some praised Kehlani for stepping away with dignity and prioritizing her mental health, saying it was smart to exit before things spiraled further. But others weren't so quick to defend her. A growing chorus began questioning her version of events, pointing out inconsistencies and speculating that maybe Chrisean wasn't entirely wrong after all. Old rumors resurfaced, and the comment sections turned into battlegrounds of speculation, receipts, and wild theories. One user noted that if Kehlani truly wanted distance, she could have just quietly stopped showing up, rather than unfollowing Chrisean on social media and act that in celebrity culture is often seen as a digital declaration of war. That perspective lit up the internet with debates about how influencers and public figures should handle personal boundaries online. Was Kehlani setting a healthy boundary, or was the unfollow a strategic move to subtly throw shade while dodging accountability? Either way, it was clear that fans were invested, and many were calling for proof text messages, screenshots, timestamps, anything to support either side. Meanwhile, Chrisean didn't let the situation rest. She responded on Instagram, sharing more details and implying that Kehlani's exit wasn't just about safety or boundaries, but about betrayal. She claimed Kehlani had once initiated gym hangouts, church visits, and even offered relationship advice, going so far as to call Blueface manipulative. Chrisean was left wondering why someone so concerned with her love life would suddenly distance themselves, especially if there were no hidden motives. The timeline, from wholesome church outings to sudden unfollows, seemed suspicious to her and apparently to many fans as well. The fallout deepened when Kehlani's name got roped in too, with Chrisean suggesting that this wasn't her first time dealing with friends who appeared genuine but had hidden agendas. The tension between supporting someone publicly while moving differently behind the scenes became a central theme, and now, everyone's watching closely. Whether this was just a miscommunication blown out of proportion, or a reflection of deeper, unspoken issues in Chrisean's inner circle, one thing is clear: when friendship, fame, and feelings collide online, the drama doesn't just fade, it multiplies. And in this case, it's only just beginning.